Hello, 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 and welcome back to another episode of The Designer's Way. My name is Nichole, also known as the Interior Goddess, depending on how you're feeling today. Here on Designer's Way, we talk about the soul work of interior design, the back end, the nitty-gritty of how we go about creating spaces. And I am here today with my good friend Tiara. Tiara is a boss mom and the owner of Vivacious Interiors and the president of the RVA Design Group in Richmond, Virginia. And let me give you a little insight about Tiara. Okay. Tiara was one of my first design friends back in back in the day, okay? And we hit it off instantly. We just kind of like embraced each other and hit it off instantly. I have slept on her in her guest room. We've traveled she's now my High Point Market partner. We travel to High Point Market together whenever I can attend. We've looked over each other's contracts. We call each other whenever these clients got us all the way messed up and we just need to vent. We have just been a support for each other over the years. And I'm so grateful that she decided to come and share space with me here and kind of just show y'all what we kind of talk about behind the scenes. Like we literally just talk about girl talk and the back end of design nonstop all the time. So more like a sister to me. Thank you for joining me, Miss Tiara.
Yeah, I love the introduction.
Yes,
Yes.
honey.
Yes.
So are you ready for some girl talk today?
Damn. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Anything you want to share with us?
Okay.
Tell us about yourself before that I missed. I know I tried to get it all, but anything you want to share that I missed before we get into it?
No, I feel like you covered it. I've been in business though 15 years. Actually, this year it makes 16 years.
This is nuts. This is
And it's crazy just to think about that. 16 years ago, I was sitting down at a desk trying to come up with the business name.
Whoa, hold on. You're
And
taking my
here
questions.
we
Hold on.
are.
Slow
Like,
down. The first question is, when did you fall in love with design? And how did we get to Vivacious Interiors? Like, how did you come up with that name? How did we get there? So, how did you fall in love with design? And how
okay.
did we get to Vivacious Interiors of 16 years now?
All right. Okay, falling in love, and and I don't even. Okay, I guess I have been in love with it for years because the 12-year-old, the 13-year-old is the young lady who used to get in trouble by her parents. That went downstairs whenever her dad went to go play golf, put wallpaper up. I painted in my parents' home, and when I tell you guys, like, think about homes that had metal closets, not
Uh-huh.
wood or MDF closet. My closet doors back in the day was metal.
Okay.
I painted those doors purple.
First of all, how are you putting wallpaper up at 13 in your parents' home? Like, what?
And look, let me tell you. And it was so bad that I know like I had to be like 13, 14. My dad was going to play golf, and my mom and I went to Dollar Tree or something like that. And they had the peel and stick wallpaper.
Okay.
So I was like, "Ma, can I get it?" And she said, "Sure." I guess she didn't know what, because I feel like if she knew back then, she probably would have told me no.
Uh-huh.
And by the time my dad came home for playing golf, I had put the border up around the ceilings downstairs.
So you were just adventurous
And no
and
lie, and that wallpaper stayed up there 20 years.
that's love. Because girl, get this wallpaper down off my house. So that's real love.
I finally, no lie, I lied to y'all now. Now I'm like telling, like, truly how old I am. No lie, I took that wallpaper down last year.
Girl, that is crazy talk. So you fell in love
Yeah.
when you started vandalizing your parents'
I
home at
started,
13.
yeah, there you go. That was a great, that's it, vandalizing. You said it right. So vandalizing their home.
Hmm.
Um, then fast forward, I got my first house
Okay.
when I was like 26, 27 years old, and I started decorating, started changing stuff
So wait, you're
in
not
there.
26, 27 right now?
Eli just said I look 29 in the face, but he
I
said my
cannot
dress
with
gave
him.
old.
Eli's her son,
But
y'all.
right. So, but and I sat there and I never saw me decorating, designing, doing anything as a business. It was
Right.
just, I mean, honestly, it was just a hobby.
Yeah.
I can't even say it was just a hobby. It was just something I enjoyed doing.
Yeah.
And fast forward, Liza, who used to work for Kelly Ellis with Kelly Ellis was with HGTV, the
Mm-hmm.
designer,
Mm-hmm.
and they invited me to design camp.
Wow.
And
I didn't even know
um,
that.
yeah, you know that, really?
You
And I went to design camp in High Point,
know? Wow.
and I swear I had to be the only young lady there with no business license.
Wow.
Yeah,
My
so I
first year at High
went.
Point, well, the year that I thought about going to High Point, Tiara was like, "Girl, come into my business. Like, come into my company."
Right.
And literally the next year, I registered my business. I'm like, I don't need to. I can go myself. But like, this is the push that it starts with an idea of somebody just kind of like pushing you, like you have a knack for this, girl. Just come into my business. And that's just the community that I have and I've built. The people who just support you, they see the
Right.
fire and they see the love. And so I'm glad that you had also someone to do that to you, for you to kind of say, come
Yeah.
on over. Let me introduce you to what we got going on. And now
Right.
you're a full
Right.
16 years in. So,
And it's
mhm,
funny because right, and it's so funny because you think back and it's like, oh my God, like that was literally 15 years ago.
mhm,
Going to High Point Market and even when I went that first time, I didn't even get to meet Kelly. I was like, no, she's not here. Da, da, da,
mhm,
da. But fast forward, it did take me about 6 months to actually get my business license.
mhm.
Once I got my business license, I put myself out there and I had a young lady in Texas
Okay.
that, she started seeing me post my stuff and she was like, look, I'm willing to pay you something.
Mhm.
Just can you guide me on how to get furniture pieces for my home? And
So that brings me to my next question. When was the first, like, oh my God, I'm really doing this moment in your business?
when I probably got like, when I probably got my second client, like it was one of the things they saw my work and it was like, oh, she legit.
Mm-hmm.
And then some people just have known me and it was like, oh yeah, Tiara's cool. I
Okay.
don't know about her business, but Tiara's cool.
Personality wise, I got
Her
you. But
personality, right. Yeah, like she's
mhm.
cool. So I was like, okay. And then I was like, oh my God, I need a contract. Like, how do you do this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that was I don't know. And sometimes I still feel like I'm in an aha moment. Like
Mm-hmm.
even when people reach out to me and say, hey, I need you to do this. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, for real? Okay.
So is this something like you do to channel yourself before? So people don't realize that going into someone's home is like so personal, so incredibly personal. You're in
Yeah.
their bedrooms, you're in their bathrooms, where their family lays their heads, where they're building memories, and you're kind of in charge of setting that tone for them. So there's something that you do before going into these homes to kind of like center or ground yourself before going into your homes. Because honestly, sometimes we turn into psychologists. We turn into mediators between family members. So is there
We're
anything
the
that
counselors.
yeah. So is there anything
Mm-hmm.
you do to kind of ground yourself and
We
take care of yourself before you go into these homes? Or to channel like
um
Sasha Fierce or whoever you got to channel to get in there? What do you do?
I think all of us, that's so funny. I think all of us would, when you have the initial discovery call, you kind of can get a feel of the personality with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Then fast forward, once you're going to that concept, I think, well, one, it's all in who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And I think with me being me, it kind of sets the tone like, oh, okay, all right. But you have to, and I tell people all the time, when you're going to, it's one thing when you're going to, if a contractor is going into a space to just fix something, they
Mm-hmm.
come in there to do whatever they got to do and get the heck on out.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right,
right.
with us as designer, most likely we're spending at least 30 to 45 days with them or longer.
Or
Some
longer.
projects have lasted, a year or two,
Yeah.
and don't let it be a new bill, God
Or
forbid.
two.
Yeah. Like, so, it's one of the things you have to build a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think the biggest thing is just listening and knowing who your client is. Like my client the other day said to me, she said, Tiara, I know I'm indecisive. She said, I just don't like stuff. Like I asked her, I said, did you order the rug yet? Where's my rug at?
Mm-hmm.
She said, don't kill me.
Mm-hmm.
I said, so that means no.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like, getting a section.
Mm-hmm.
I showed her different sectionals, and we end up a month later back to plan A.
Yep.
And now the sectional is out not 6 weeks, how it was, now it's out 9 weeks. So you I think you just gotta know your people, and then one, just be you. Just
Mm-hmm.
that's it.
So how do you balance that when you know intuitively what's supposed to be going into a space, or you know like the actual design reasons why something should look like a certain way in a home, but the client kind of wants to sway you another one. How do you ground yourself in what you know and kind of assert your professional advice? How do you ground yourself in that intuitive and like really communicate that to your client to get to get the point across?
I'm very visual. And
Okay.
I think I've always been a visual person. So
Okay.
no matter what, I have to draw out something. I have to do an e-design, some type of rendering to
Okay.
show them what they're going to get and my expectations
Okay.
of what they're going to get. I don't like, I think this probably is, I feel like this is going to be one of your questions. I am very, when I see the vision of a space, I'm stuck on.
Okay.
I don't like to bounce, back and forth. And I feel like that has been like a challenge with me personally, where I need to just snatch the clients like,
Yeah. Okay.
no, because you're all over the place. And when you become all over the place, the project's not going to be done, or either it's not going to come to vision like I envision or how the client actually envisions.
So how flexible are you in that? So are you come into a space, usually when I walk into a space, I can see, depending on on the space, maybe a dozen ways that the space can go. And you choose one based on one or two based on the client's lifestyle, their needs, and all the things, the
Mhm.
scope of work and all the things, right? So how
Right.
flexible are you when it comes to like, okay, I think it should go this way, but my client thinks it should go that way. How flexible are you in that?
I feel like I'm too flexible.
Okay.
So going forward, we're about to
Right.
change all of that. No,
Yeah.
I hear them out. You definitely have to hear your person out.
Okay.
You have to hear your client out. I do think I'm like 10 times too flexible sometimes,
Hmm.
but that's why I'm to the point now, and I see myself now. I'm like, no, this is what's what,
Yeah.
and let me show them exactly what they're gonna get. So,
Gotcha.
but flexibility, oh,
So
don't cut that part out. I don't want no clients to hear that.
just for us, we're here.
Look, cut that out.
So let's talk money for a second. When did you start charging your worth, and what happened mentally to kind of get you to that point of like, okay, I need to start charging this in order to make sure that my lifestyle is sustained or that I can take care of my family? Or when did you really realize that, okay, what I'm charging is just not enough? And what happened mentally to kind of get you there?
Well, of course, it's
Or do
been
you feel like you're
stability.
still, or do you feel like you're charging enough your worth now?
Now, yes, and the prices have increased. I can't honestly say that. Probably over 10 years ago, I remember my dad said something to me. I went to do a consultation, and I really wasn't charging much.
Hmm.
And I was presenting my e-design before they even signed on with me. And the client took
Hmm.
my e-design, literally searched all images, completed her space, and then posted on social media that I did it.
Mm, we've all been burned a few times.
We have.
I had to
We have.
learn that
We have
ahead
to
of
learn.
time.
Unfortunately, we have to learn the hard way, but it
Hmm.
was a learning experience, and I've changed the process.
Okay.
So, do I feel now, am I charging my worth?
Hmm.
No. Do I feel like I'm charging for the market for Richmond, Virginia? Maybe 60, 70%. Do
Okay.
I feel like I still have more margin and grow in that area? Absolutely.
Okay.
Do I want to make it affordable? Absolutely.
Okay. All right. And it's interesting so for me at least, understanding your value that you bring
Right.
to the market for sure. But
Right.
also attending these industry events and understanding the marketplace and understanding, okay, being transparent with one another, right? Let me show you my books and you show me your books and see where you can
Right,
increase and how I can increase and what's going on, right? And are we
right,
actually charging based on what we think we're bringing, or what we are we looking at someone else's pockets and assuming what they can charge, what they can afford?
right.
I think it really is value based. 100% is value based, and yeah, I think we all could say, well, I did this project and I ended up short on this one because I
Hmm.
didn't charge this one, or I decided to not upmark my
Yeah,
products, and
right,
so it's
right.
always around ways around that. But I'm glad we're self-aware. We know that we could do better in some areas.
That is, and I feel like with any designer, that's always a sensitive subject
Yeah,
because you don't want to overcharge, you
yeah,
don't want to undercharge, but you also it's just, and sometimes, and I know for my own self, I feel like I put in so much time and energy that clients do not see.
hmm,
And it's one of those things where it's like, oh my God, I want this to play out so well. I want this to work out. And sometimes it doesn't. And then sometimes it does. And when it does, it's just like, damn,
yeah.
it's icing on the cake. It's smooth sailing. But yeah, that
I've had
is
a
a
client
sensitive.
tell me at the end of a project, girl, you do a lot of work. Like,
Yeah,
I'm surprised. You should have charged me more. Like, to have a client tell me that I should have charged them
yeah,
more because they see how much goes into it after it's complete.
yes,
That was my aha moment. I'm like, okay, I need to like up this because they see my value. They see the work that I've done. Um,
exactly.
so the next question is, have you ever had to fire a client?
Yes.
And
Bye.
or walk away from a project, and how did you handle that? Like how did you handle that? Like
No,
how did
I mean, no, like I'll just like honestly is I've had one a couple years ago that it just you could tell the relationship, the expectations was
okay,
not, we were not on the same page
okay,
because you want a $40,000 room and you giving me $2,000.
mm-hmm, that'll do it.
I don't know where that's going. So
Mm-hmm.
therefore we started bumping heads, and unfortunately I had to tell us that, okay, well, this is done. This is the funds that you provided to me. I don't know what you expect to get out of this. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish here. I'm gonna go ahead and send you out a cancellation notice for your contract. Um, no refund, and I wish you the best.
Okay, how does she receive that? He or she receive that?
It wasn't the best, but I think as time went on and she tried to finish the job herself,
Okay,
she realized the costs and stuff like
there's somebody out there for you, but it ain't me.
that. Yeah. Yeah. Because I feel like I'm more realistic with people. I'll tell you, like, okay, this is what your price is. This is the estimate.
Mm-hmm.
It can exceed this, but we need to have some type of extra budget, to put aside just in case of this. I don't care if we're doing a kitchen, bathroom to a
Something.
bedroom. Right. You got to have some extra funds. And then we talking about now, we in 2025 compared to 2015.
Yeah, yeah.
Prices has skyrocketed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So do you now have any like processes or non-negotiables when it comes to your design process or your clients that you kind of put in place that you don't waver on now?
Absolutely. Time frame.
Okay.
So if I have in my contract, especially if it's a kitchen or bath renovation, especially a custom kitchen when we get into cabinets. I really don't put a time frame on there, but I put a time frame on it because delivery with cabinets can be 6 to 8 weeks or longer.
Okay.
So bedrooms, and if I'm sourcing for items that's already in stock,
Hmm.
I have my contract for 3 months.
Okay.
Now, if it's because you are being indecisive because you are not getting the stuff and I'm provided you everything already, then I'm going to charge you a fee for extension for 30 days and so forth. Um, Time frame on ordering selections.
Okay.
If I send you a list of different items and depending on some items I do, I know some of the designers are like, oh, she sent items to her clients to order. I do.
Okay.
It just all depends on what it is. So if I
Okay.
send a list to my clients and it's, I don't know, it could be a lamp. a rug or something like that. And I said, hey, I need you to order this. And let's say I check back in with you 3 or 4 days and you have not ordered it. It's a problem.
So you don't do the procurement, you don't do the purchasing for your clients. You allow them to do it on their
It
own.
all depends on what it is. So we're doing some pieces that's custom or coming from different vendors that we source from directly from High Point, then yes, that's all on me. But if it's so that's another plug.
Mm-hmm.
So by me being a creator on LTK, I
Gotcha.
create my links on LTK, send them to my clients, which I get a commission on.
So you're a bit of a creator plus designer. I think Jamila and I talked about that last week where we are like, you either got to choose to be a creator and a designer or go straight luxury because the gap
Mhm.
needs to be closed somewhere. So it seems
Yeah.
like you have kind of found a way to be both creator, influencer
Uh-huh.
kind of thing, and a
Yep.
designer. I
Yep.
love that. I love that. I love that
Yep.
because honestly, these Amazon links are just not going to cut. Just not going to cut it. The
No,
quality
and
there is
it's and
not
it's
going to do
funny
it.
because Amazon is not paying as much as LTK.
Okay. And the quality
So
is different too from the actual links that you can source on LTK than just
yeah,
Amazon quality also
absolutely.
too.
Yep.
Um, that's that. So let's get into some fun things. What do you think as of right now, 2025, the highlight of your career has been? And then what's something that that you think that you still want to get to achieve, something that you still want to do?
I like
Hmm.
being able to actually just be so creative.
Okay.
I think that is when I get a client, they're like, okay, I'm open to this. You can buy this. Tiara, the budget is XYZ.
Just do your
Yes.
thing. Go
It's
crazy.
exciting. You just go crazy. You can find different items, and it's just like, yes. You can see a piece of furniture that you watched for so long, you want to put it in somebody's home, and then you present it to them, and they're like, oh, yeah, you can get it.
So
Yes.
your highlight is more of the actual work, not any accolades or anything. It's just the actual getting the nitty
Work.
gritty, getting the work
Yeah.
done,
Because
being
you love
creative.
it. Like when you see someone, when you get a space and your wheels start to spin, and you're like,
Mm-hmm.
I want this, like I
Mm-hmm.
really want to do this.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a highlight for me. That's just it's like a turn on. Look,
You're not your toes curling. Let's go crazy. And,
look.
and what's something that you still want to achieve? Something that you were like, oh my God, this could be a dream
honestly,
opportunity.
honestly, because Richmond, Virginia,
Mm-hmm.
that we have a place where you can source accessories, but like that go-to, we don't have that.
What you
We
saying?
have different. I want to open up a storefront. I do. I really do. When I tell you, and I want to have a storefront where also different designers, let's say a designer comes, so you come here to Richmond, and because you're meeting with a client, I want to be able to have that space where you can actually bring your client in, find different accessory pieces, or just have a meeting.
Right. The
If you
vision.
had it, yes.
I love it. That's so
Okay.
you. That is so,
And
so
not
you.
so,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just like, okay, because you think about it, we have furniture stores in Richmond. It's like, and everybody, no matter what, if I don't care if somebody's in an apartment, graduating college, they're going to a furniture store in Richmond.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as accessories, mirrors, trays, I don't care if it's end tables, wall art, sconces, we don't have it. And
Do
I
you?
get so many
Yeah,
DMs on Tiara. Do you think you can find this? Or
I
what
sure
do you
can.
think about it?
I
Yeah.
sure can. And to go back to the pop-up that you had a few years ago, you kind of sourced
Right?
these
Oh my
accessories.
God.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember. I keep tabs. I remember. You go out and you already source these things. You kind of already started planting those seeds, whether you knew that this was something you wanted to do back then or not. You already started to plant
Right.
these little seeds
Right.
and breadcrumbs for you to go back and like, yeah, I could do that. And that is
That's
100%
crazy.
so you. And you're already known for that in RVA, I feel like. I feel like, especially with the RVA group we'll talk about in a second. Yeah, girl, we're gonna get with it. You're already known for that.
And it's funny because when I did the pop-up, the private pop-up, I literally sold out. And it was in the middle of COVID.
Okay.
We showed up with our masks on and everything.
So what that mean? That mean get on it. I know it's not an easy task. I know opening up
It's not.
any brick and mortar is not an easy task. So it involves a lot of prayer, a lot of planning. I can imagine. But as
Yeah,
always, whatever you need to support, I'm here. I buy furniture on a for a living. So you know that.
right, right,
Whatever,
right.
use your resources, use your networks as usual. But I
I
love that
know.
idea. I think that you're already known for it. Might as well go for it. And prayers and blessings to you on
Thank
that
you.
endeavor whenever you decide to pick
Thank
that
you.
up. Okay.
Thank
So
you.
let's talk about RVA, the RVA group. What is it?
I,
And what made you start that? Like,
you said what is it?
what
Oh,
is
who?
it? Who? Well, it's a group.
Who is it? Who
What is
is
it?
it? What is it? All
Mhm.
right. So RVA Design Group. Okay. So when I first started, and I'm reaching out to other designers in Richmond,
Okay.
I kept getting no's. If I would ask them for help, they would tell me no. If I asked them who or how do I set up an account, how do do XYZ with design, they would tell me no.
Yeah.
So and of course at that time, you try not to allow that to dim you
Yeah.
or just like put you in a place, okay, maybe this isn't for me.
Hmm.
So, and that always stuck in the back of my head. So I continue to trying to do stuff around in my home for design.
Okay.
And fast forward, that's how me and Don Ricardo, Design Incredible. I always, whenever I have interviews, I always have to mention my boy. He was my yes.
Love it.
And when he gave me the yes, and then I met Ebony, and then all of us, it was just like brothers and sisters, and we just that relationship.
Hmm.
So fast forward years and past, I was sitting down, I was talking to our buddy Travis, talking to Travis and Jessica, and I asked them, I said, how do y'all, or what do y'all think if I started a design group to just support? I was like, I know it's other, organizations that's out here, but something that's more personal
Hmm.
and you feel like you can actually reach out to different people in a group. And of course, with them too, definitely Travis. Go ahead, what you got to do? Da, 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 da. And I'm like, thanks, Travis.
Yeah.
All right. And that what made me start it because I knew how I felt. And
Hmm.
I said, it has to be other people that's out here that feels the same way as me. Not thinking when I first started the group, and I feel like that's anybody, when we start something, you can start off small.
Yeah.
My small, I envision, the couple people, you know, like 10 people,
Hmm.
10 people turn into 30 something people.
It's that big now.
And it
Wow.
was just like, oh snap.
I love it.
From designers allowing them to be in their first publication. Some
I love
designers in a
it.
group have been in any type of publications.
Hmm.
The relationship of building or how to connect.
Hmm.
Can you guys, matter of fact, one of the girls in the group the other day, she was looking for these chairs and she had been at home since couldn't find the chairs, but it's the relationship and others in the group. Hey girl, I'm going to Home Goods today. I'll look and see if
Hmm.
there's chairs in here so you can finish your space.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that relationship which allowed us to have our first gala. The gala was a sold out event, valet parking,
It looks
food.
so lavish.
It was top tier. No. But it was good. And and that we need that in Richmond.
Hmm.
We need that with other designers. So this year sponsorships are bigger.
Okay.
We're going 10 times bigger this year. I need Richmond to come outside.
Let me get these dates together. Let me see if I can get a flight out. Cause what's the date?
So the date is November the 13th,
Okay.
6 o'clock p.m.
The Thursday.
I
Okay.
have to get you all the detailed information,
Hmm.
but we are When I tell you, I'm sending out sponsorship packages right now to different companies. If anybody is interested,
What would
you
be
can
your ideal
sponsor.
sponsorship? What do you see and what do you envision for a sponsorship?
I don't really have an idea of sponsorship. My biggest thing is anybody who wants to sponsor, I want you guys to also to be recognized for who you are in the community as well.
Okay.
Also, I want to take a part of the proceeds as well and donate it to a student that's going to school for interior design or something that's in business marketing.
Okay.
I would prefer, of course, somebody that's in this field with design or art. But as far and any sponsors are welcome.
So, are you looking for someone that like sells paintings, or is it like an artist, or are
Absolutely.
you looking
Absolutely.
for?
Actually, Norman is in our group. He's the artist.
Okay.
Norman has definitely closed and built some relationships with different companies here, but he has, the painting line. He creates different, he draws furniture.
Oh, okay.
And right, and the furniture company, I won't name who they are, they actually create the furniture for him.
Okay.
And some of his pieces are at High Point Market as well. So we definitely have Norman part of the group.
Okay.
It's just one of those, it's that big collaboration. And
Yeah.
I hate to limit on one particular person or anything. So any sponsors are welcome. We have different packages. So if
Okay.
anybody want to message me, I'm ready.
I got you. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap up here in a few. Um, One final question before we go to our rapid fire,
Oh,
right?
Lord.
What part of yourself do you bring into the creative space that your clients don't always get to see?
That they don't get to see.
Hmm.
Um, oh Lord, that they don't get to see. Maybe on the creative side, maybe actually like putting the room together. Like honestly, sitting down and putting the different textures and color palettes together. I feel like they really don't see that
Yeah.
and staying in budget.
Yeah. They don't see what it takes in the back end for you to like actually make the magic
Yeah, to
happen.
actually right, and because somebody say, "Hey, I have $10,000 for this room just for this. This doesn't include paint or lighting. This is just for the sofa, the rug," and you're like $10,000.
Hmm.
All right, and then you're trying to put stuff together and then make it pop, and it's like, okay. See, I don't think they really see that as far as me being that creative designer
Okay.
that I feel like maybe now that you said, I feel like, should I bring that forward? Should I tell them? Like, you don't know how long I'm gonna set up. No.
I think that's a part of the service that we offer though too. It's kind of
It
like
is.
you want to be kind of wowed by it and like they don't really get to see it. Like the client that told me that I was undercharging, they don't really get to see until they see the final product and like, well, wow, like you really did a whole lot. So they don't get to see like us stressing out about like how we gonna really make this work,
Or
right?
either a situation that comes up, and let's say the furniture comes, or you order. I mean, it's been plenty of times I've ordered something,
Hmm.
you see it one way online, and
Hmm.
then you get into the client's home, and it's like, this is not what I anticipated. Or better yet, I had a kitchen, and the main goal for this kitchen, honestly, was for them to have additional space.
Okay.
So I lied to you now, and then I'm just like so quick. So we go into the showroom, pick out the cabinets. She even went back up there without me and did the test with the drawers to make sure she likes them, the soft clothes, looking at the inside of them,
Hmm.
and the type of material. Cool. Cabinets are being installed. Cool. So I told her, I said, I'll get the insert for the utensils because
Hmm.
she already had a custom drawer
Okay.
for utensils, but we're gonna just get additional. We're gonna run to the
Okay.
store. The cabinet space wasn't even 7 inches inside the drawer.
Okay.
And normally standard in store is 10 to 12.
Okay. Right. Right. Right.
What was I gonna get in there?
Yeah.
So it's situations like that. And on top of that, because it's custom, yeah, I feel bad because I'm like, oh my God, what
Mm-hmm.
the heck happened?
Dang.
So it's things like that where, as a designer, yes, it sucks,
Mm-hmm.
but, the vendor is not going to do anything. They is like, but this is what you picked
Have to
out.
keep
This is what
that.
I'm showing you. And then when you look at the side of the cabinet and it looks like you have like 2 to 3 inches space on each side, I'm like, well, y'all could have,
Is
but
something,
you
maybe
don't,
something. Yeah.
yeah, but you don't know until you actually get it,
Yeah. So many
unfortunately.
things that can go wrong in just one situation. And
Mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
guess that's something that no one really gets to see us panicking on the
Mm-hmm.
back end, like, girl, how am I going to fix this? So,
Yeah. So yeah, it definitely sucks.
yeah.
It sucks.
But we
But
love it though,
yeah.
y'all. We
We do. Don't get me wrong. I love it, but it's just one of those situations. Like, unfortunately, you can't change it unless you can. Well, technically, you can change it, but it's a change order, and it does not come out any of the designer's pocket. It will come out of the client's pocket,
Yeah.
and that's what some people do not understand.
Yeah.
It's a change order.
Yeah. And that's why the relationships with the vendors are so important because maybe they
It
can
is.
give us something off of it, or maybe they can like work something around. They have something in the back that they're willing to give us. So that's why
Yep.
that relationship is so important. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Well, thank you so much for sitting with me today. I want to get into some rapid fire questions because, girl, again, we
I
could.
don't know if I'm nervous or
Why
excited.
be nervous?
Let me put on
I
my
cannot with not the
glasses.
shady glasses. I cannot with you.
I'm ready. Y'all don't
Ready?
know what you may throw out at me. Okay, I'm ready. Come on.
You don't trust me? Like we got this.
No, no, no. I'm gonna be that friend. No, you better
Don't
not
tell the
cut this
people
out either.
that.
No, you better not cut this out.
I'm keeping everything in. Everything in.
All
Okay.
right, come on. I'm ready.
What is your most used app in business?
I have the most used app.
So
Yes, I do. Square.
hello.
Square.
Hello. I love it.
All right, Square. There we go.
Okay. What's the one thing that you won't do for a client anymore?
Won't do.
Yeah.
Won't do.
Hmm.
I can't. That's hard to say.
One thing.
Oh my God. One thing.
Rapid fire.
Um. Not. Not. Not keep the contract where it is and don't extend it without charging.
So
I'm
you're
sorry,
not
y'all got to
ruffling.
get charged. No, I got to charge y'all. I got to charge y'all, especially if it ain't on me. I got to charge y'all. I'm sorry. Oh Lord, I'm sorry in advance, y'all.
Real to the real, right? I told you it was gonna be real to the real. Say it as it is.
No,
I'm
come
gonna have
on.
to
All
charge
right,
you.
all right, what's next?
What
Look,
is your
look, all right,
design love
what
language? What's your
design? Black, sophisticated.
I could have answered that. And that's on that. Any final words, Tiara? Anything you want to share with anyone?
Whoa, no. Any design is art. Design is passion. Design has been a gift to me.
Hmm.
I am taking on new projects, especially kitchen and baths.
Hmm.
I actually, matter of fact, I want a bathroom that I can deck out,
Okay.
like deck out right now.
Unlimited budget.
Unlimited budget,
Unlimited
bedroom.
creativity.
Let's go. I want a space that is, I want a huge project. If somebody wants a designer in Richmond, or you ain't got to be in Richmond.
Enrichment. Okay.
So
So
look,
tell the people
but
where they
I
can
want
find
some of
you.
this. I want Vivacious Interior by Tiara on Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, TikTok,
Everything.
vivacious.com, everywhere.
Okay. Okay. And
Vivacious. Everything is vivacious. Vivacious, full of life.
I love it. And
On that note,
if you are in the RVA area for November the 13th, make sure you are there at the gala.
see, this how you know that's the type of
Oh my
designer you
God,
about
you
to
are a
get.
TikTok
Because this how
girly.
I
Oh my
am.
goodness, me too. It's okay. It's all right. I don't know none of the dances, but I'm a TikTok girly myself too. Well, thank you again, Tiara. I won't hold you much longer. And I will call you later, probably.
Yes. enjoy. No, thank
And
you. This was good.
thank you. Like, rate, subscribe, leave me a comment. Leave me a comment on Apple Music. If you're listening to this on Apple Music, I want you guys to start rating it and leaving me a comment there. On YouTube, please comment. Tell me what you think. Don't just put it in the DMs. Put it for the people to see also. You can DM me too, but make sure that people see it also. Thank you so much for watching and supporting this. Love y'all for watching Designer's Way. Out!